Welcome to SVG-TV News for Friday, May 10th, 2024. I am Jennifer Richardson with the details. Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves, who oversees national security matters here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, announced in Parliament last evening that visa restrictions for SVG are no longer in place for certain cricketing countries. This decision comes ahead of the ICC Men's T20 Cricket World Cup, scheduled to commence in June, with 6 matches slated for the Honest-Vale playing field. While making his contribution to the ICC Cricket West Indies Bill 2024, the Prime Minister explained that visa restrictions had previously been imposed on certain countries for various reasons.
Yesterday in Cabinet, we removed all of those because, Madam Speaker, it had a purpose for us to stop any of these people who want to come here, essentially where some were trafficking. It looks to me as though it was going to be trafficking in persons. Looks to us in the security forces. By the way, you notice Jamaica had that problem with another set of people the other day. But somehow they landed and the state had to put them up, in hotel. We didn't do that. We made sure we stopped you in the tracks early. As we have stopped an airline which wanted to come out of Venezuela with some Cubans, using us as a transit to Nicaragua. You can't use our country in that way.
Prime Minister Gonsalves highlighted that Afghanistan is the only country where an exception was made, and provisions are now in place for the smooth processing of visas for those who would like to come to SVG to enjoy the World Cup matches.
At the moment, as I speak to you, the only country in Cricket World Cup on which we have visas, Afghanistan. Madam Speaker, all what will happen, they will get their visas very easily, and the provision is made in the law. But we have an advanced passenger information system that would be sent. We'll send it to the implementing agency for crime and security. The checks will be done and everybody will be cleared. I don't think that anybody is going to have any problems with that. And we're doing our coordination.
Meanwhile, a bill which seeks to ensure the smooth hosting of ICC T20 Cricket World Cup here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines was passed in Parliament last evening. The bill, which was tabled in Parliament by Minister of Sport Frederick Stevenson, outlined the necessary legislation being put in place for the hosting of the matches here next month.
Part 2 of the bill, which contains clauses 3 to 11, provides for special arrangements during the World Cup event. Clause 3 would require the minister to declare any area controlled by the local organizing committee, that is a committee here, the local organizing committee here, or Cricket West Indies Inc., CWI, as a CWC 2024 venue. And it also includes a declaration of a period as a match period. The declaration will be by notice published in the Gazette and in at least one daily newspaper here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Clause 4 would provide for the Cricket West Indies Inc. to have control of all CWC 24 stadia during a match period. CWI's control is subject to the rights of any authority responsible for public health, disaster management, or national security.
The bill caters to ensuring security of the players, spectators, and the general public.
Clause 5 deals with the power of the Commissioner of Police regarding deliveries within any CWC 24 venue. The clause will not limit the power of the Commissioner with respect to the use of roads. Madam Speaker, Clause 6 would provide for the responsibility of Cricket West Indies Inc. for production and distribution of CWC 24 tickets and the sale of tickets on the written authorization of Cricket West Indies Inc., CWI. Clause 7 deals with the issuance of work permits, and Clause 8 to 11 provide for certain exemptions from import and export duties, income taxes, taxes and duties on CWC 2024 tickets, and any foreign currency restriction.
There are also fines included in the bill for breaking the law, but no jail term.
To conclude that we don't want the investment to be made is completely misleading, because we supported the bill that came before this for the financing of the stadium. How can you do both things? They can't both be true. So for the record, let's be honest, we supported the financing of the stadium. What we have asked is that we try to maximize whatever benefit there can be from it. Be they economic, be they in terms of inspiring young people to play cricket, to have a love and a passion for it that we did growing up. And that is hard work. But I wish that this event can inspire some young people to play cricket.
That was Leader of the Opposition, Dr. Godwin Friday. The bill received wide support from both houses of Parliament. However, while they supported the bill, the Leader of the Opposition said that the benefits for hosting such a major event should be to all Vincentians. And the bill aiming to increase the number of senior magistrates here in SVG to more than 2 was passed in Parliament last evening. The bill, which was presented by Prime Minister Dr. Rav Gonsalves, was an amendment to the Magistrates Act under Chapter 30 of the laws of St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
7.1 addresses the question that the Governor General, acting in accordance with the advice of the Judicial and Legal Service Commission, may appoint persons to be magistrates and may appoint such persons to be magistrates for each district. And 7.2 originally says, pursuant to subsection 1, there shall be appointed a chief magistrate and a senior magistrate. All what we are saying now, we're going to have chief magistrate, 2 or more senior magistrates. That's all.
Opposition Senator Israel Bruce, who is also a lawyer, expressed concerns regarding the vague wording of the bill. He questioned why the amendment did not specify the exact number of senior magistrates to be appointed.
If the government is saying that we recognize the need for more than 1 senior magistrate, then you present your justification for more than 1 senior magistrate, and maybe then we say, well, fine, we hear your justification, we think we could agree with it, so let's support it and move. But then the way this is, we could have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 senior magistrates. How does that help in the dispensation or the administration of justice that is any better? Is it a question that we are having difficulties attracting quality people to the magistracy? I don't know, and I don't want to make any presumption. But I find it difficult, Madam Speaker, respectfully, for us to come to the Parliament and say, look, let's just not just add a senior magistrate, but let's leave it open-ended so that we could just decide who is assigned or appointed senior magistrate in addition to what we currently have.
Senator Bruce further inquired about the cost to taxpayers and the potential benefits to the judicial system. In response, Prime Minister Gonsalves elaborated on the cost and benefits and encouraged private practicing lawyers to apply for senior magistrate positions.
Reflecting the will of the people, we have a great interest in having cases moved faster. We need more senior magistrates. We need more magistrates. For instance, I would be very pleased if someone is listening to me or hear about what I'm about to say, to have somebody in private practice to come, if even for a short stint, to do preliminary inquiries, to do a night court for traffic offenses, take the day off in the middle of the week for traffic offenses when a significant number of the persons who go to the traffic court, those persons are persons who are involved in public transport. There are all of these rationales. And I think they are compelling. It is true that you're going to cost more. If you have one senior magistrate, it's $105,228 for salary for the year. If you have two, it's $214,632.
A quantity of medical supplies was officially handed over to the Ministry of Health today from the Republic of China on Taiwan. The items, which include wheelchairs, commodes, walkers, and canes, will be distributed to various health facilities across the island, NGOs and private citizens, including shut-ins. Addressing the handing over ceremony, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Health, Wellness and the Environment, Cuthbert Knight, said St. Vincent and the Grenadines has had a long relationship with the Republic of China, Taiwan, which has been the source of tremendous donations and support to the country, particularly to the Ministry of Health.
Taiwan has been a very strong partner. They have provided us with material support, and they were very generous in their support to us, be it scholarships for training in a wide range of areas, medicine, hospital administration, etc. Apart from scholarships for training, they have been sending us volunteers who have been working along in various programs, be it hospital services, policy and planning over the years. And as a clear demonstration here of their generosity, they have donated to us, as I said, material goods. And this has been happening for years, as I said. Containers of donated items, be they hospital equipment, hospital machinery, and as we are seeing here, wheelchairs, walkers, commodes, etc. We are also working along with the Taiwanese for a further donation of the similar type of items, wheelchairs, commodes, etc.
Taiwan's ambassador to SVG, Her Excellency Fiona Fan, said the handing over ceremony for the medical supplies is another diplomatic occasion to testify to the joint commitment of the ROC and SVG to community revitalization through various donations. Ambassador Fan also thanked SVG for its continued support in pushing for Taiwan's inclusion in the World Health Assembly.
I extend special thanks to the Foundation for the donations of 290 wheelchairs, 160 walkers, 80 commode chairs, and 400 canes. It is my great honor to be part of their kind endeavor. Taiwan and St. Vincent and the Grenadines enjoyed 43 years of profound friendship and robust cooperation in public health area. Currently, you are undertaking the Public Health Emergency Response System Enhancement Program. A few weeks ago, I had the chance to visit the workshop. Several SEED instructors who were trained in Taiwan demonstrated how to lift the patients safely into the ambulances, observe vital signs, etc. to the participants. Everyone was very inspired. And I share with them how critical it is to build the emergency response capacity as Taiwan was just hit by the massive earthquake. On that note, I also express my heartfelt gratitude for government of St. Vincent and Grenadines, express sympathies and all the kind wishes and the prayers to Taiwanese people. And I love to see more exchange of the know-how and experience in the future under this program. We also learned that the 77th World Health Assembly will be held in Geneva, Switzerland on 27th of May. I take this opportunity to seek St. Vincent and Grenadines government's support for Taiwan's international participation. Minister Prince called for Taiwan's inclusion in the WHA for the past few years has been significantly impactful to ensure that Taiwan is not left behind and there's no coverage gap in global health.
In his address at the ceremony, Minister of Health, Wellness and the Environment, Sinclair Prince, emphasized that the delivery of healthcare services remains a top priority for the government. He highlighted the government's commitment to ensuring that health facilities are up to date and modernized. He noted that the bill passed in Parliament on Thursday aims to construct or renovate several health facilities in line with this objective.
And again, that's why we are so happy that Taiwan is a very reliable partner in this venture. As you've heard before, Taiwan has been with us for a long time. They have been one of the pillars of our health system, and this donation is only a small part of what Taiwan has done for us in the last few years. You know, of course, about Taiwan's coming to our aid with respect to vaccine donation during COVID-19, that COVID-19 period, not just vaccines, but other areas of health. You know about the training which we have received from Taiwan in respect to other areas of health. And that is why we continue to support Taiwan. One of the reasons, because Taiwan is a friend in need, a friend who is always with us, especially the Ministry of Health. And we think that Taiwan has a lot to offer, a lot more to offer, not just St. Vincent and the Grenadines, but the entire world. And we don't think that 23 million people should be ostracized from an important body as the World Health Organization and the World Health Assembly. And we will continue to support Taiwan at that assembly. And this year, when I go to Geneva, I will be speaking on behalf of Taiwan again to ensure, because we need to make the world understand that Taiwan is too important an ally in the public health landscape of the globe, and we need to have the expertise of Taiwan in this. So on the 27th, when we meet in Geneva, we will be taking the message to the world that Taiwan ought to be part of the World Health Assembly. And more we must integrate Taiwan into decision-making with respect to healthcare delivery in the world. These donations that we have here, I am hoping that they will be put to very good use in the clinics and in the other areas and other agencies of the country, and that the vulnerable people who would use them would know that our friends Taiwan care about them, and that they will continue to support them.
The Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force, the SVG-TV, is urging the public to exercise caution when engaging in communications and sharing personal or sensitive information online. The SVG-TV says it has identified a fictitious Facebook account under the name Alicia Kid, claiming to be from Georgetown. This account, the police force says, has been used in attempts to extort money from individuals by threatening to release their private information. The SVG-TV is strongly advising the public to be vigilant and report any interactions with this account to the police. Noting that online blackmail and extortion are serious crimes, the SVG-TV says victims are encouraged to report such incidents without fear, as they have legal protection against exploitation and harassment. The SVG-TV says it is committed to fighting cybercrime and ensuring the safety and security of all citizens. If you or someone you know is being targeted, you're asked to contact Police Emergency at 999 or 911, the Criminal Investigations Department at 784-456-1810, or any police station. Activities for Child's Month 2024 continued here today with the annual march through the streets of capital Kingstown, culminating with a rally at the Victoria Park, where an inaugural expo featuring various booths was held. Delivering remarks at the rally at Victoria Park, Senior Education Officer with responsibility for early childhood education, Ethne Williams, said the inaugural Child's Month Expo is a celebration of the potential and promise of children and serves as a reminder to invest in their well-being and development.
The theme of this year's Child Month Expo, Nurturing Tomorrow's Leaders, Get Involved, is particularly meaningful. It reminds us of our responsibility to create a nurturing and supportive environment for our children where they can flourish to become tomorrow's leaders. The Ministry of Education and National Reconciliation is committed to providing quality education and support to all children in our country. We believe that every child deserves the opportunity to learn, grow, and thrive regardless of their background or circumstances.
Williams also told the gathering that over the past years, the Ministry of Education has been integrally involved with other ministries and organizations to ensure that all children are given the opportunity to reach their full potential.
We recognize that education goes beyond the boundaries of the pillars of the Ministry of Education and National Reconciliation. Therefore, today we are showcasing a diverse array of informational booths covering topics ranging from early childhood to tertiary education, various aspects of health, childcare, counseling, and welfare, as well as disaster preparedness. Today, our call for action for a unified effort to get the job done is on full display today. We and our developing partner UNICEF are thrilled to be collaborating with the following ministries and organizations that are here today. Furthermore, we would like to express our sincere gratitude to those 18 businesses and organizations who came on board this year to support the Child Month celebration. Let us use this Child Month Expo as an opportunity to reaffirm our commitment to the well-being of our children. Whether you are a parent, a teacher, a community leader, or volunteer, your contribution can make a significant difference in the lives of our children.
In a message marking Child's Month 2024, Minister of Education Curtis King emphasized the government's deep commitment to ensuring that every child in the country receives the best quality education and support to nurture them into tomorrow's leaders.
Today, my heart is filled with hope and determination as we reflect on this year's theme. Getting involved in the lives of our children is not just a choice, but a necessity. It is through our involvement that we can shape their characters, instill in them values of empathy, respect, and resilience, and help them develop the skills they need to navigate the challenges of our modern world. Our ministry plays a crucial role in nurturing children, and we have implemented various initiatives and programs to support their cognitive, social, and emotional development. Some of these initiatives include: 1. Increase access to quality early childhood education. To date, we have established 17 early childhood centers which offer a high-quality education for disadvantaged children. 2. Ongoing promotion of inclusive and equitable education for all children through the establishment and maintenance of our schools, as well as the development and implementation of appropriate curricula and policies.
Other programs highlighted by Minister King to care for the nation's children include the implementation of student support services aimed at addressing the diverse needs of children, as well as fostering partnerships with parents and communities to create nurturing environments for children, both in and out of school.
These partnerships help to ensure that children receive the necessary support and resources. Stakeholders, I urge you to continue to work in partnership with us to create a supportive and enriching environment for our children. Parents, and this is especially for you, parenting and caregiving involves significant time and effort, often requiring sacrifices, but they are necessary because they are a crucial part of the nurturing process. Set aside time to do something just for you too. Because when adults nurture themselves by having their own needs met, they are more able to meet the needs of their children. If we use the analogy that children are like plants, what do they need to succeed? 1. Children need the sunshine of your love and affection. 2. They need a constant supply of clean air. A home that is safe, loving, and affirming. Do not leave them unsupervised. Moreover, when you fall short, clean the air with honest apologies and lots of positive interaction. 3. Children also need fresh water. This represents the moments of refreshment and rest you provide for your child. Most children have breaking points. Be very observant. 4. Children need continual weeding. There is a need to continually pluck the weeds of disobedience, disrespect, bullying, and fighting from the lives of our children.
Minister King urged parents to actively engage in the lives of their children, stressing that it is not just about what parents can give to their children, but also about what the children can teach them. He also called upon teachers to play their role in nurturing the children under their care.
Teachers, I remind you that our children are the future. They hold within them the potential to become great leaders, innovators, and change makers. But this potential can only be realized with your guidance, support, and involvement in their lives. It is also your responsibility to nurture and empower them, to provide them with the tools and opportunities they need to thrive and succeed. Listen to their voices, encourage their curiosity, and inspire their dreams. The class bully or an extremely shy boy or girl may be a child's cry for help. In the context of nurturing, teachers should not write off a child who demonstrates self-defeating behaviors, but must rather recognize these as ineffective coping strategies used by our children. These types of behaviors may be masking feelings of low self-esteem and hopelessness. According to French moralist Joseph Joubert, children need models more than they need critics. So teachers, as you get involved this month and beyond, be role models of kindness, integrity, and resilience so that the children may learn by example and become the leaders we envision. Let our children leave your classrooms as better students than when they entered. And to you, our dear children, what is your role as we forge ahead to you becoming great leaders? What are your responsibilities? Well, you can get involved in the following ways. 1. Demonstrate responsibility in your daily lives and ask your peers to do the same. 2. Set clear expectations for yourselves in advance. You can do this by setting boundaries and expectations for your behavior in advance. Learn the value of responsibility and accountability when rules and punishments are clearly stated.
Reiterating the government's commitment to providing safe, nurturing, and inclusive environment for all children, Minister King expressed gratitude to all stakeholders who continue to partner with them to realize this goal. Contestant number 5 in the Miss Division of Nursing Education pageant, Tiari White, representing Miss Florence Nightingale, has expressed confidence in becoming the title holder for Miss DNA 2024. In an interview with SVG-TV News, White stated that she believes she has the capability to perform well on the night of the pageant and intends to do so.
I know that I have the ability to go on stage and perform 100, do my best, and put on a great show for everyone. Capture the judges' hearts, capture everyone's heart, capture everyone's votes, and do my thing. Definitely. Dealing with rotation and exams and school, time management was my biggest issue with dealing with this whole thing. But I think I got it down packed, and I just have to prioritize everything as we continue. I plan to leave behind is a positive one in empowering women. Come show night, my talent would really be about empowering women of sizes to encourage them. Say, hey, even though you might be a different size, you could still go out and try beauty pageants. Beauty pageants aren't really limited to one size only. It should be open to other sizes, any other range of sizes for women to come and show others what they have.
White emphasized the legacy she hopes to leave behind as a title holder of Miss DNE, aiming to champion the cause of women's empowerment.
Women face many challenges, but one of the most pressing challenges that women face are other women tearing other women down. And most of the times, one woman tear down another woman to build herself up because maybe someone had torn her down before. So I would address this situation by encouraging women in the workplace to build a sisterhood and encourage each other. I will also do my part in not trying to tear down another woman, because I wouldn't want another woman to tear me down, to lower my self-esteem, to lower my confidence, and in just encourage them to build a sisterhood, to build each other up rather than tearing each other down.
Noting the need for improvements in the Division of Nursing Education in SVG, White said overall there is also the need for an enhanced healthcare system.
I wouldn't necessarily say change, but I would improve the healthcare system, because your environment hinders your healing, and better workspace and better equipment so we could foster a better healing process for patients. And if persons don't know, the Milton K. Memorial Hospital is a teaching hospital, and so that we could foster a better learning environment for students, because going down there, and we could also change the way in which we teach sometimes, because the world is constantly evolving, and I think that is something that we need to take into consideration when teaching, because the different people learn in different ways, and to continue to teach the way in which you know how, instead of learning from your students, okay, how do you learn best? I think that is something we should take into consideration in changing at DNE as well. 6
nursing students are expected to take part in the inaugural Miss DNE pageant 2024, which is scheduled for tomorrow evening at the Villa campus of the SVG Community College, starting at 7 p.m.